Hello everyone, welcome to the Econometrics course. In this video I'm going to give you an introduction to the course. We'll talk about the syllabus, the MyLab registration, and other details about the course. So this course is the second level of Econometrics. So those of you who have taken the foundation course 222, this is step number 2 in Econometrics, which is the 322. In this course, we will talk about extended version of the models that we have introduced in the foundation course. So we'll talk about multi-regression analysis, we'll talk about the assumptions of OLS, we'll talk about some specific versions of the models such as binary models, we'll talk about nonlinearity, interaction models, log models, polynomial models. We'll talk also about panel data sets or panel models. We'll talk also about time series analysis. So whatever we have started in a foundation course, whether you have taken the foundation course with me, which I see the majority of students in this course have already taken the foundation course with me. So if you have taken it with me or with Professor Chu, so it wouldn't be an issue because we are talking basically about the same ideas. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna give you an introduction. So this course is divided into modules, and the modules is divided in weeks. So when you click on modules, you will see the first one is about the course essential modules, where you will find information about me, my research interests, my background, in case you want to know more about me. You will also find the syllabus, the instructions on how to register on MyLab, and this includes the course ID. You have 2 discussion forums here. I want you to go here and introduce yourself. You find my introduction here. I want you also to introduce yourself. If you have any course-related question, comment, you can post it in this discussion. If you have any personal question, you can always email me. The course, as I said, is divided into weeks. Okay, so we have 16 weeks in this semester, so it's divided into 16 weeks. Okay. On your side, for this week, you will be able to see up to week 4. I'm still working on some parts in week 5 onwards, but starting from next week, you should be able to see the whole course or all the modules. So let's go through the syllabus. So the first part of the syllabus, you have my office information in case you want to meet with me in person. This course is online, but I do go to campus. I have office hours, so in case you want to see me, you need to go to the WeJoin website. You click here to WeJoin website and you write your name so that I know whom to expect. Okay, we can also meet through Zoom, so it's either you can come to my office hours or you can see me on Zoom. All right. The course descriptions, I said, it's an extension of the foundation course. So everything that we have mentioned in the foundation course is just the basis for this course. So this course is the expanded version of the previous one. The textbook that we are using is the Stock and Watson. We have different versions of the textbook, so choose any of these options. When you register to MyLab, you will be able to access the e-text. The software that we are using is Stata. So again, if you have taken with me the foundation course, then you should have good background in Stata by now. If you have taken with Professor Chu, he uses the R software. So in that case, I still post for you on Canvas some of the very introductory videos on how to use Stata. So you shouldn't feel lost, and if you do, then you just email me and you can meet with me in person or on Zoom, as I said. In order to access data, so you have different options. If you are on campus, you can go to any of the libraries and you can access data. If you are at home or you're not close to campus, then you can access data through Amaral. So in order to do that, you can basically follow the instructions right here, okay, in order to be able to access data. I have some students who prefer to buy the Stata software, and then this is around, I think, maybe $48 or $50, something like that. This is optional, of course, but in case you want to buy it, you can go here to this website and buy the mid-sized dataset version, which is called Stata IC. Again, this is optional, okay? So if you are on campus, you have it for free. If you are at home, away from campus, then you can still access data through Amaral, which is again for free, but it's a little bit slow. Some students, they don't like how slow it is, so that's why they go ahead and buy it, but it's all up to you. If you decide to use Amaral, if you have any question about how to access it, you can always email the help desk. They should be able to take you through the steps in order to be able to access Stata. Okay, you have also their phone number right here. So everything is on two websites. We have Canvas, which is the main website, and we have MyLab. So the homeworks, the quizzes, the exams are on MyLab. You have on Canvas some of the Stata applications are available on Canvas. So I made it easier for you so that every time I post something, I tell you where it is, okay? So let's say practice 1, it's on MyLab, homework 1 on MyLab, practice 2 on Canvas. So you're not lost, okay? Quiz 1 on MyLab. Homework 1 has 2 parts, so one part is on MyLab, part 2 on Canvas, and so on. So you will not feel lost, okay? So we are basically using Canvas when we do have Stata applications. So when I ask you get this data and then do this estimation and then answer these questions, so this is where I use Canvas. I use MyLab for other more questions that are multiple choice or more wordy questions or kind of shorter types of questions. We have 5 homeworks, 6 quizzes, and 5 graded practice assessments. So the homeworks, they count for 25% of your grade. You will have 1 whole week to finish it and submit it, okay? So all the homeworks are posted on Mondays and they are due on Sundays, okay? So we'll have about 1 week. It is posted at 12 a.m. Due date is, due time, I mean, is 11:59 p.m. So it's almost like you have 7 days to work on each of these homeworks. Some of these homeworks are just multiple choice, like the first one where you will go to you go to MyLab and access homework 1. What you have on Canvas here is just a reminder, so don't think that you click here and you will be able to access the homework. No, you would have to go to MyLab's website, register, and then you will be able to access homework 1 through the MyLab website. Here I just have it as a title, as a reminder, but it will not take you anywhere if you click here. What else? The quizzes. You have only 1 day to finish a quiz. All the quizzes, you will be able to see them on Fridays on these dates. So we have 6 of them. Okay, and again, every time I post a quiz, I tell you what it covers. The practices, most of the practice, I would say like 90% of the practices are available on Canvas. Most of these practices are applied questions. that would require the use of data. So I would give you the data set, I will post for you the data set, and I will provide you with some instructions on uploading the data set to Stata, doing some commands or performing some commands, getting the output, and then answering questions. And every time you work with Stata, I will need to see your do file, which is your command file, and your log file, which is your output file. So every time you have any assessment that requires the use of Stata, you will have to submit these two files, the do and the log files. And I would also remind you, because anytime you forget to send me these files or upload these files, then you would lose points. So I will make sure to remind you. Okay. Discussion forum is non-graded, but you would be asked to post any course-related question. If you have a personal question, then you just go ahead and email me. But any question about when is due, any question about any data set, or any question about a command on Stata or something like that, some course-related question that you would expect other students to have similar questions, then just go ahead and post it on the discussion forum to make it easier for me, so that I will not receive multiple emails, and easier for the rest of the class. So in case someone has a similar question, then they will see the answer right away. Okay, the exams, we have one midterm and we have one final. Everything is online. It's an online course. We have the 2 dates here for the midterm and the final exam. October 19 for the midterm, December 20 for the final exam. Again, for each of these, we will have 2 parts, like the homework, a part on Canvas and a part on, let's see here, just an example. So the midterm, you'll have part 1 on MyLab, and then part 2 on Canvas. And then part 2 on Canvas is the part where you will use Stata. So you'll be given a data set, and you will be asked to analyze it and answer questions. Grading, we have the homeworks 20%, quizzes 10%, practice 15%, midterm 25%, and the final is 25%. Okay. Of course, if you miss any of the exams, any of the assessments, I can offer a makeup exam, but you have to provide a documented medical proof that you were sick on the day or the week of the assignment, so you were not able to work on it. Then I can give you a makeup. These are important dates to remember. So tomorrow, actually it's today. So today is the first day of the class, okay, September 6th. And you have October 19, the midterm. We have the Thanksgiving recess, November 24 to 27. We have the last day of the class on December 14 and the final on the 20th. So these are some important remarks. Of course, I'm not going to accept any assignment by email or fax or any kind, okay? The only way that you can submit your homework is either on Canvas, if it is the part related to Canvas, or MyLab. Of course, you can use your calculator. Everything is online, okay? So it's an online course. So because some students, so they come and ask, okay, would we take the exam on campus? No, everything is online. Okay, and of course, you know about academic dishonesty and cheating is never acceptable. And you have here information if you need any help from the Office of Students with Disability. You have here the number, and you have their link right here. The last part of the syllabus is the schedule. Okay, so here I made it easier for you, providing you with a schedule. It's very, very detailed, where you have the week, the topic, the assessments, and the due dates. Okay, so this week, which is our first week, you need to read chapters 1, 2, and 3. Based on the information that you have acquired in foundation course, then chapters 1, 2, 3 should be relatively easy. Why? Because here we will talk about a review of statistics, a review of probability. We'll talk about the t-test, the p-value, the confidence interval, the hypothesis testing. So all of these are things that we have already covered in the foundation course. So make sure that you read chapters 1, 2, 3 this week before September 11th, and make sure that you finish these assessments. So the first one is just you need to register on MyLab, okay? So you need to register on MyLab between September 6 to 11, which is the week. You have a get started homework, and this is non-graded, okay? So the get started homework is a non-graded homework. It just made here we want to make sure that you know how to use MyLab. Get started quiz, again, how to use the quizzes setting on MyLab. Okay, so these two are non-graded. This one is graded, so practice one, it covers chapter 1, so it's relatively easy. Okay, and again, it's due by the end of the week, so it's due on September 11. Okay. On week 2, we will cover the OLS, single regressor model. These are the sections to read. Feel free to read the whole chapter 4. You don't have to just 4.1 to 4.5. You can read after 4.5. It's up to you, but these are the required parts. And then you have homework 1. I'm very specific here on what it covers. So it covers chapter 2 and 3. And it would be available for 1 whole week. Okay. Let me give you another example. So let's say in week 3, we'll talk about an expanded version of week 2, and we will have a quiz. The quiz is just 1 day, so make sure that you notice that quizzes are only 1 day. However, practices and homeworks are for 1 whole week. Okay, so and then you can keep going and then read the remaining of the course schedule. Okay, and again, each topic is a module, so you will see a copy of it here, but it's like written in a different format, but it's the same. All right, so this is basically it. Every time you have one of these modules, make sure that you click on the week. And then what I have here is, because I know some of you, they haven't seen Stata before, so I got you a copy of some of the materials from my previous Econometrics course. If you have taken foundation with me, then you know these videos, you have seen it before. You have seen these links before. There is one video that I will post here. But if you have taken this course with Professor Chu, then feel free to watch these videos. So these are kind of optional. So you have here importing data into Stata. Click on this link to go to the video. You have a video on setting the path on Stata, then watch it. And then there will be a video here on the do and the log file. I will post it tomorrow. And and then you have here a Stata tutorial, and then the do file created based on this tutorial, and then the data set here in different formats: Excel, Stata DTA file, and comma separated value file, CSV. So any of these would work in Stata. Okay, so you have different versions. You can play with the data set and then make sure that Stata is working for you without any problems, and before we start the graded homeworks. Okay, this one would take you to the syllabus, just you have it in a different way. Discussions, as I said, we have basically 2 discussions here: to introduce yourself and to post any course related question. You will be able to see your grades here, your classmates here, and then this one is towards the end of the semester. You will be writing your review for the course. All right, so feel free to check the course site and get back to me if you have any questions. Best wishes on the fall semester.